Hello, my name is Louise Barrett and today I would like to talk to you about getting HomePlug networking, which is sometimes known as powerline or networking via the mains. HomePlug is a simple plug-and-play solution for getting stuff in your home onto the internet. HomePlug uses your existing mains wiring to send the internet signal throughout your home. The majority of people that use this technology have the broadband router in one room but want the internet in another room. In this instance, the 200 AV adapters are perfectly fine for getting internet from one room to another. If you have an internet-ready television, you can get a pair of home plugs to make all that work without having to run wires back to the home hub or the router. It is also ideal if you currently have wireless and have dead spots. You can use HomePlug without any drilling of walls to get cables through, no laying of cables. HomePlug is also handy if you're in temporary accommodation and you are not allowed to make changes to a property. HomePlug adapters come ready to use straight out of the box. The only extra thing you may need to do is set up security on the wireless ones. There are 4 speeds of networking over the mains: 85 meg, which is sometimes known as turbo, 200 and 500, which are also known as AV, and the 1000 meg gigabit adapters. You need to decide which speed suits your requirements, as not all adapters work together. 85s don't work with any of the others. 200s and 500s work fine together. You do need, however, to be sure they're on the right version firmware. Gig units are particular about working with other adapters. They won't work with 500s at all, and they may or may not work with your 200 AV units. We would, however, suggest not mixing gig units with 200s though. The majority of 85 meg sales are now to people who are expanding their network rather than those starting from scratch. If you're new to HomePlug, I would definitely consider 200 AV speed products or higher. There's a much wider range of AV products and future models will work with the current AV products. It's worth noting that the speeds quoted in the names of the products are theoretical maximums. The 500 AV products, for instance, will not give you a throughput of 500 meg. This is similar to Wi-Fi in that 11N Wi-Fi does not give you 300 meg throughput. It is also worth understanding what internet traffic actually is. If you have a TV that does iPlayer and YouTube, this is internet traffic. You are still using the content from the internet. Similarly, if you do online gaming via an Xbox or a PlayStation, then this is still only internet traffic. These services are streaming across your home network, but it is still only internet traffic. If you're doing heavy file transfer or streaming HD content from one computer to another, then the higher speed adapters are really the ones to go for. You need at least 2 HomePlug adapters to make it all work. You need a router connected to the internet, and then we would normally connect a standard HomePlug to your existing router. At the other end, you would use a standard HomePlug adapter, and that is HomePlug networking in its simplest form. The basic HomePlug adapter just has a single port on the bottom. You would attach this to your computer, your games box, internet-ready TV, media player, etc. We even supply the cable with the adapter. If at the other end you want to use, for instance, a laptop and you wanted to use it wirelessly, but wireless has proved to be a bit problematic in your home, you could go for the HomePlug with the wireless built into it. These particular products are great because they have 2 ports on the bottom and also offer wireless. You could have a computer and a games box attached underneath and use laptops wirelessly with it, or something like a PS3 with its wireless attachment. This one does 150 meg 11N Wi-Fi, and this one is the full 300 megabits 11N Wi-Fi. In the Solwise range, we offer adapters to suit all your different needs. We have adapters which have mains pass-through, standard adapters with either 1, 3 or 4 ports, and Wi-Fi adapters. The AV adapters have push-button technology. This is fantastic for setting up the security on them without having to install software or run setup wizards. Plug one in and push the button, plug another in and push the button. And that's it, all done. Security in place. The mains pass-through adapters are really quite useful as it saves you using up a socket. You can just plug whatever you like into the front of it. The sockets are filtered, so you could plug in a lamp or whatever it is you're plugging into the port underneath. If you need more than one mains pass-through socket, then the Piggy 6 is ideal. It's the same as the single unit in that the sockets are all filtered, ideal for plugging in lamps or mobile phone chargers, which can cause interference to the HomePlug. The great thing also is it has 3 ports. This product is great for behind the TV. It keeps things tidy, as the TV, the DVD, the Xbox can all be plugged into the top, and then the HomePlug connection is done all in the same main strip. It's green too, in that it has an on-off switch on the top which turns everything off. A neater solution, but one that requires some wiring, is the HomePlug wall socket. It works in the same way as the other mains pass-through units, but it has the 4 sockets, and again it's great for behind the TV. The gig adapters are Ethernet only. The Ethernet port on the bottom is a gigabit port. If you have a house full of HD TVs and people using the same media streamer, the gig units will be able to handle this high level of traffic. The most interesting thing about these gig units is they do meshing. It won't make a difference on a 2 adapter setup, but if you have 4 or 5, it'll prove pretty useful. The way it works is that if you have one unit at one end of the house and one unit at the other, but the distance is such that the signal is not as good as it could be, you put another adapter halfway, the signal then goes via the new one in the middle. The system improves as you get more adapters on the network, so if you have 5 for instance, it would go between them all. And that's it. HomePlug just works.